Hey fellas. So, no one really asked for this once again, but this is kind of another experiment I want to try. And yes, I am working on I, my next Sun and Moon Ultra Legend vlogs. I've managed to get my Mortal Kombat Squad review done, so just letting you know, I might be a little bit out of it once when I get my second dose. Host on host tomorrow. By the time you see this, and everyone has the other stuff ready ahead of time, just again, just in case I get all loopy. So that being said, I know I've talked about other Star Wars movies and games before, so might as well do another, especially given this game's now whose status is a a prequel meme no less. So let's talk about the tie-in video game to Star Wars of the Sith, which has had multiple versions on PC, the Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo DS. But the one I'm most familiar with was published by LucasArts and developed by the Collective in April 2005, a full month before the movie came out. So let's get started. I mean, although how I played this game so extensively, I on PlayStation 2 actually wore the disc out, meaning the copy I have is no longer functional. I remember it quite well, and even though it got drubbed critically, he, it did sell moderately well, given its tie into the movie, all things considered. And this was in the days where these games are still relatively common. It's gotten to be a bit less of an issue in the shift towards mobile for that market, as well as the fact that given development costs keep getting higher, so it's less feasible or to just rush something out before the movie comes out even. And so and the mission structure has your primary playing as both Anakin and Obi-Wan throughout the movie's events, although many other missions are unique to the game. We actually play out certain scenes like Obi-Wan trying to escape Utapau, how after Order 66's issue, which leads to a new scene which has become memetic, and why I decided to finally do this video. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm gonna require to follow your orders. There's also other full sequences such as the Fight of the Jedi Archives, and while other characters like Jocasta Nu were merely implied to have been and caught in the crossfire of Order 66, I mean, we actually get to see and even play out these events. And so the attack of the Jedi Temple, all, and on top of also having clips from the movie, we also have ones that were done with the in-game engine, though given the uses of the clips, there is a kind of noticeable difference in between the casting where I don't quite recall who voiced Anakin in this game. I definitely know it wasn't Hayden Christensen, at the very least. But if I recall correctly, though the developers probably didn't have the same budget to hire Ewan McGregor at least. My guess is that once again they got James L. Taylor, who voiced him in both the Tartakovsky and Filoni version of Clone Wars. So it would stand to reason they would call him again, and as he often is for video game appearances. There was also a multiplayer mode with centered on lightsaber duels, and even though it was as how fighting games by the series have been quite sparse since the failure of the PS1 Spot Terrorist Aside, it's kind of a shame because this multiplayer was actually not that bad, and it also seems to suggest. I also always glad them had that martial art was definitely not totally expunging from the saga, showing up in other elements of the comic books, and even being referenced in Solo. Imagine that. So, while I did say this game, for the most part, follows the plot of the movie, it also has, interestingly, some alternates at scenes, like how, not just with the fight, with Windu in the Chancellor's office before he becomes the Emperor and all that. I mean, how for those people who were split on what Kylo did to Snoke in Episode 8, well, guess what this game did 12 years prior? Here, as it turns out his grandfather actually did something very similar to old Shave here in an alternate ending, which not only shows him actually getting the high ground on his former master, but uh, taking his new weapon and offing the Emperor, and then presumably taking over the Empire for himself, which was something he suggested, taking over the Empire and perhaps doing a better job with it, which is a what if scenario that has actually come up reasonably often in the fandom, and is one that I've actually always kind of liked. And amazingly, despite this being initially dismissed as a just another licensed game at the time, I do admit I have sauce before. I'm obviously not going to put on the same pedestal as the other games that came out that year, like the original Battlefront 2 as well as Republic Commando, but it is definitely a game I thought I'd like to talk about before or I get my next dose tomorrow. And don't worry, I'm still working on this stuff. As I stated before, I'm working on my next Ultra Legends vlog. As you see this, and I got more common spoiler review done. You're definitely gonna be getting another Poke Monday and my next Bad Batch vlog soon. So anyway, that's all I gotta say for now. And let me know what you thought of this game if you played it when you were younger. And I will see you all again soon. Take care.